Welcome back to Hall of Fame College Football. We're going to do a live call-in show tonight. Welcome to the show. This is all for you guys. I know, and I only got 5 of you in here right now, really? Okay. So somebody jump in on that StreamYard link. Jump in there. Talk to me about what y'all want to talk about. Wiped your feet. Thank you. Yeah, I think we had 5 likes already. So we got to make sure we have... because we got about 5 people. We got 10 likes and we got 7 people. That's not bad. If we keep that going, that's good. Listen, let's talk about it. 28-11. I know a lot of people were upset about the play calling. A lot of people are, we're not getting Lori. What were you saying, Lori? Where's Lori at? Talking about not getting sacks and stuff like that, not getting pressure. They were pressuring. For as good as that quarterback supposedly was, he had 11 points. So let's go talk. Yeah, I mean, jump in here. Somebody get in here. Brian, jump in. Steve, one of you guys. One of the Steves. Steven, hit the link, and come on in. You don't have to show your face. In fact, I won't put your face on. We're just going to do voice only. So you can just talk and ask questions, ask whatever you want. We'll talk about it. Okay? Hank, come on. Mars Jams, somebody. Sooner D. Welcome everybody to the show, man. I appreciate you all coming in to check it out. Who wants in? Let's go. The offense just looked boring. Okay. Do you care to elaborate? Hit that link button. You don't have to put your face on. I'll just pull you in on just your voice only, right? Okay. No, that's okay. Whatever you guys want to do. And look, I don't generally, the background noise isn't bad on here. So unless they're, like right next to you, probably not going to hear much of it. I'm in here cooking in this freaking studio because they got the damn AC turned way the hell up. Okay. All right. Yep. Let's see. Stevie, you have to at least allow your audio, though. It's not showing that it's ready. So you have to allow the audio on your phone or whatever. Anybody else? There you are. Okay. All right, Stevie, what you got? Welcome to the show, my friend.
Thanks, brother.
What's up, man? What did you think tonight? What do you think about the game? What do you have problems with it? You happy with it? Where you at on it?
Was happy with the defense. Offense. I don't know if it was vanilla play calling or just sometimes they just didn't execute offensive line stuff like that. Was wondering where Jaden Gibson was, where Petaway was, where Anderson was. Otherwise, I thought it was a pretty good game.
Yeah. So I agree with you, and here's where I it's kind of what I was saying in Coach I's show a few minutes ago. If you think about it, what's up, Kim? If you think about it a little bit, we're so used to seeing these PlayStation numbers, and it's kind of like what I heard a guy the other day talking about Tech, and he's been covering Tech for a while, and how the defense can be non-existent and nobody says anything about it because they're just used to it being the way that it is. So,
right.
Nobody's going to really be upset about it. It's just like last year, you had a top 15 offense in the country, and Dylan and Levy caught strays all year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, was it vanilla? Probably. I mean, I think that SMU was better than most people probably thought they were. They do have a pretty good quarterback. Are they super deep? No. And I think that they weren't able to put up. I mean, it's pretty clear that the defense did lock them up pretty good. And this is a great thing, by the way. If you can go and win where you put up 28 points, I mean, hey, think about the last 10 years or whatever. How many games would they win scoring 28 points?
None, probably none.
None, right? You're a lot of 42, 38 games, and hell, Kyler Murray's year. I mean, how many times did they have to score 50 and they barely won the shit? I mean, it's just kind of what it is, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So again, man, but I agree with you, and to some extent, and I do wonder. The question that I posted in there on Coach Eisen, I think it's our our headline here, and here it is. Yeah. Are Levy and BV at odds over the play calling? Because it sounded like it to me. It sounded like it to me at halftime, really. That poor little girl, she wasn't trying to start no shit. And he kind of barked at her, right?
Yeah.
He kind of barked at her. So it kind of is what it is, They do need to clean up the penalties. Hey, Lucas James, I'm with you on that. That stuff, I'm more concerned about those things, because how many of those drives, in fact, the drive that they scored the touchdown on, they were going to get them off the field twice, and they had interference calls. Turns into a touchdown. And look, I love Kanak. I think he's a freaking stud athlete, but the guy is all over the place and lost. He doesn't know what he's doing. And to be the middle linebacker, that's scary to me. I'd rather see Kobe McKenzie in there, man. I really would.
Yeah, I agree.
But anyway, yeah. What else you got? What else? Anything else that you saw that just kind of stuck out to you?
Love the defense. Peyton Bowen looked really good. Ooh. And I thought they tackled a lot better this year, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, they're popping, right? They're popping pads.
Yep.
Hey, I saw we had a seatbelt sighting today. He knocked the ball out too.
Yep.
I was happy about that. Man, I appreciate you coming in, Steve. I really do.
Thanks, bud.
Anytime, come pop in here and ask questions. Who's up next? Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks, bud.
Yep. Okay. Next up. So yeah, look, I think that Mike, I'm kind of with you on that. Our team is young, if you think about it, and they will get better from game to game. Okay. This is an underrated statement right here. I'll tell you that much, right? Because when you start thinking about what it is if you're a coach, and I can remember back in high school, we were state championship team in New Mexico. And our coach was like, okay, we're getting better. And you had little goals from week to week, right? You don't want to peak in week 2 for sure, because it can only go down from there. Right? That Peyton, yeah, man. Look, there's a lot of stuff. Tawi Walker, I like him too. Look, you don't want to have them peaking, and the other part is like, it's like I said earlier, I'm not too worried about when you're in max protection and you're throwing within a couple of seconds. That means you're getting pressure. You may not be getting a ton of sacks, but like Ethan, Ethan goes and he pulls that face mask there towards the end of the game too. These are things that are happening that if I'm BV, I'm more worried about that than what plays are getting called. And because to me, it worries me that Jaron Kanak is going to, against Texas, what if it's a big time of the game and you're about to make a stop and you just give them, a 15-yard penalty or interference penalty that moves them. They got an automatic first, right? And I like Jaron Kanak. I think he is that. I said it on Kate Christian's show earlier. He's kind of like that dude that is really good out on the playground when you're playing basketball, and then whenever you get in a real game, they just don't know what to do. They're just they don't know what to do, and they're running around like a chicken with their head cut off, and it worries me. I would rather that BV does, and he's a linebacker, which is who BV coaches. Something's got to happen there, right? Something's got to happen there. Who's next? Who's popping in here, guys? You don't have to put your face on. Nobody's going to put their face on, as a matter of fact. It'll just be me. So it'll just be your voice, just like the last one was. I'll put that invite in there one more time. Yeah, Ethan could have a clean sack. And it's rare that he gets there, It's rare that he gets there. So I like to see it. And look, I still feel like Ethan, you can stack some more weight on that kid and he can get stronger. I don't know why they're not trying to, why he doesn't want to move into the middle. So, yeah, it's a good question, Greenland. Good question. It was a clean sack. It was just kind of silly, right? All right. So let's do. I'm gonna let Kim in here real quick. Kim in here real quick. Whoop. There you are, Kim. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. Kim in here real quick.
Oh, no video.
There you are, Kim. What's up, man? You're off the video.
Hey, how we doing?
Good. Turn off your regular stream real quick.
Video.
Turn off your regular stream real quick, the one that you're watching, because now that you're in the call, it'll echo like that. So just you can go back to it once you're done. Turn off your regular stream real quick, let me know when you got that part off. Just you can go back to it. Yeah. I was glad they didn't either. All right, you good? Say something. Kim, you hear me? Hello.
That better?
Yep. I got you. What you got? What you got for me, man? Kim, what do you got? What you got a question? You got something you want to say?
I'm not hearing anything from you.
Okay, that's you want to be hearing it from your phone or whatever you're using, or using the computer or whatever. You have to turn off the you got to turn off the stream from YouTube. You just got to be on the StreamYard part. Here, I'm gonna try to come back in, but you got to just be on the StreamYard part. So get out of the tab that has YouTube up and just be on the StreamYard tab. You got that part on. Just you go back to. All right, we'll try that again. Next, who's up next? Let's try somebody else pop in real quick. Here's the easy way to do it, guys. All you have to do is just okay your microphone. But like right now, you guys are watching it on YouTube, right? When you enter the studio thing, when it goes into that they're bringing you into the studio, don't worry, I'm not going to show your face. All you have to do is, because I'm just on the single one, so all you have to do is just turn off the YouTube part though and be just in the StreamYard studio, okay? Yeah, no, I would agree with that part. Look, they did finish strong too, and that's the other thing I want people to remember too is that, guys, it's not going to be perfect every week. It's not, and this is a young. I don't know who was it that said this earlier. This is a young team, Mike. I mean, these guys are all young, and they're flying around the ball. And even when it comes to Kanik, it seems like he doesn't really have a clue where the hell he's at. And I think if you stick him at outside linebacker, he can run crazy, right? You don't have as many crazy assignments, and at least it's not so much that's overpowering him, right? Okay, let's try this again with Kim. All right, can you hear what? Who's up next? Let's try. I'm still getting that. Somebody else popping up. Kim, so I'm getting a lot of echo. You got to get out of the YouTube tab. Whatever your YouTube tab is, click out of it. Then that linebacker. Hi, Lori. If you would like to jump in, I'm going to post that again right now. Whoever wants to. All right, Kim, is
that better for you?
That is much better. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Man. All right. What you got for us?
I think the take on BV, when Levy did the bunch left right before the half, they scored. And I think that's what he was referring to, is going to the run, because that defense was gassed. So right. I'm not so sure that they're arguing so much. I'm still of the mindset that BV's going to let Levy do his thing.
Well, I would hope so. I think that that's what needs to. And what worries me is that I know that there were times last year that was an issue, where that they were kind of butting heads. And Levy never came out and said it. And really, to be fair, neither did BV. But I know that this was something that was being said behind the scenes, and that there was some. And Levy, I thought, was a real good soldier about it, because he would take the arrows. and Levy, and not only Levy, DG took a lot of those arrows too, right? It's just kind of how it was. So, you could be right on that, and I get what you're saying, but it just seems like he was definitely a little snappy with that gal, though, right? And she was, that poor girl wasn't trying to get in the middle of that.
Well, I think part of that stress too was the crowd was booing Levy like crazy right before the half because they weren't moving the ball at all until they went to bunch left, and then they went 93 yards.
Sure.
So,
Sure. How much of that do you think might have been vanilla play call and like what he was talking about?
It's all vanilla. They're not wanting to show anything, but at the same time, it was putting a lot of pressure on the defense to hold up on 11 points, and at the time it was only 14-11.
No. Well, but that lasted for how long? One drive.
Right. But what I'm getting at is there wasn't a big enough gap in score for them to be comfortable.
I'm with you there. But and there was some, look, I'm not saying that Levy was perfect in any of that either, and I will give you that. I know that I can remember whenever we were all worried that Levy was about to go to either Bama or Georgia, right?
Right.
And we were concerned. I know you were. I know I was. I was like, shit, And right now you're in a position where, look, this defense, if it's as good as it is right now, look, they're going to have better competition before this is all over with. They're also going to have better players. But if this defense, when's the last time it was this good?
Right. It's been a long time. But that's what I'm getting at. That this team is not Tebow's team. We can win with 28 points. We don't have to score 53 and hope we win.
Pray. Yeah, you're hoping and praying. I remember the West Virginia game that year with Kyler, how freaking close that Will Greer and those guys, they went toe-to-toe the whole way.
Right.
And they didn't thankfully, they didn't have a defense either.
Right. I truly believe if people will watch SMU, they're going to win their conference. They're a lot better team than what people's giving them credit for.
Who's left in the AAC? You know what I mean? I think they're definitely it's going to be them. What, Memphis is the other good team that's left?
Right.
Yeah. I wouldn't surprise me. I think that they have one of the best coaches too. This guy's been an up and coming coach, and that's the other part that to me was a little. It's encouraging is that this is a guru guy. This is like that Sean Lewis type of dude. I mean, look, Gus hasn't been as good since he hadn't had him around. Right. I think SMU's a good team too. That's Coach I saying right there too. Yeah. Blake Smith at tight end. Yeah. What's up with what do you think about this game? What's up with Stoggs? Why is he not really doing a whole lot?
Starks amazed me actually tonight beating Bama. That's the best play call.
Stogner.
Oh, Stogner.
Yeah.
I think that's more of that vanilla. I think they're holding on to all that. Well, it's like Farouk.
Farouk got one at the end, right? When they needed that touchdown to go ahead again. Yeah. And he had to pull an amazing play to make that happen. But that's the only time they targeted him the whole game. Yeah, they should win the AAC, but Tulane would be the only one. Yeah, I think so. And again, look, but Farouk wasn't getting looks last week either. Everybody's a little concerned about it, right? Stark has a nick. Okay. Yeah, he's a little hurt. Okay, I can see that. But, look, the good news is everybody thought that there was zero depth in that tight end room. It looks like we found different, right? Adam says, reading the forums, Sooner fans irritate me. It appears, I'm not going to say that word, but they're trying things out and working things out. OU is clearly improved.
Yeah, I think they're trying to gather film on these guys. more than they're actually trying to blow somebody out. It's last week they just couldn't help it. Everybody was better than Arkansas. So,
man, yeah, poor old Butch Jones, man. He had his players over there consoling him and shit on the sideline. It was wild, man. I
yeah.
saw that. I was like, golly, because Jay made one of them shorts about it, and he was literally crying, right?
Yeah.
Lori says if Stoops would have given the job to BV and Tebow kept doing offense, we'd be doing great. I don't know.
BV needed that time at Clemson to be as good as he is right now. He needed that time.
That is. Man, I need that ding, ding, ding button or something like that for that one. I think that's perfect. I think that's exactly right. Like he's the struggle to me. BV seems like he likes the struggle. Yeah. Hey, you know what? That's actually a decent thing to say. Because think about this for a second. Venables always says that he wants players that want it hard. They want it to be hard. It is a struggle. Everything in life is a struggle, by the way. If it's worth having, it's hard to get, right? Do we see Stark more in the bigger games? I haven't seen him hardly at all. Yeah, that's what we were just saying, Mike. I was going to bring you in too here in just a second, so you can jump back in anytime. Gerald Talley, hook 'em, baby. Hey, man. Big win for you guys tonight. I gotta have to give you a little bit of props, but I will say, win more than 8 games. Win more than 9 games.
I truly believe if Saban loses a couple more games, Bama's going to be all over him. The fans won't put up with it.
You don't think he's built up any credit there?
I think Bama fans are fanatical. I mean, they're almost.
Are they're LSU fans? You think?
Yeah, they're crazy fanatical. If they're not winning,
the same old sandwich. I mean that sandwich has been there for a minute.
Yeah, but I don't know from some of the other podcasts that I've watched that there's already rumblings. They're worried about where the program's headed.
Yeah, well, I mean, I still think it's overblown about last year. I mean, and Coach he's gonna completely disagree with me about this, but I mean, they had 2 losses, 4 points. They won a couple games by a couple points too. I get it, but in the end, I mean, are they that bad? They lost tonight, but they lost to a freaking fire. And hey, the concern that I would have is that it appears that Sark made an adjustment today. I think he would have had to, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. This is the best game I've ever seen Stark's coach. That's
trying to go to timeout, Coach. Is that what you're trying to do? He's throwing the horns up in here. That no shit don't go here.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. We still don't like them. Just they surprised us.
I'm gonna give them love. I'm gonna give them props for what they did. And listen, with the way things have been going the last few weeks, it wouldn't bother me if they play twice this year because they play in that conference championship, and that's the only time that I would condone that whole SEC chant thing would be in Arlington, right? What? Huh? If only somebody would have told y'all, hey, didn't I sent you guys the link? Y'all welcome to come on in. If you want to talk this ish, But yeah, look. Hey man, the sun shines on the dog's ass at least twice a day. Yeah, look, hey, yeah, okay. So they win and beat Alabama. What happens if they go and lose to Tech again, or they lose to? I mean, they still got to play. Houston. Did Houston end up losing to Rice? Did anybody look at that? Would it really surprise you if they lost to like Houston? Because Houston hates them. I mean, that's a real hate thing.
All the other Texas teams hate them.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Hey, look at them A&M. They didn't just lose, they got beat up. 48-33. Miami put it on them. And Carolina held off App State. I'll be damned. Huh.
I wanted to tell the fan base also, I love the show. I love what you're doing. Appreciate you for everything you're doing. But I just wanted to get on there and kind of straighten that up because I didn't want everybody thinking I was just arguing with them.
Okay. No, maybe you're right. You could be right about that. I may have just taken it different because it seemed like he was cranky. And maybe it was because he felt like Levy was getting beat up. If that's the case, that's good news. I don't know that I don't know though. There seems to have been some kind of issue between them last year for sure. And I know that it was brought up in the whole, I think Levy wanted to stay. I think he used it as leverage. But when you got somebody like Saban and Kirby that could have easily hired him, I mean, they're contenders. Damn, I mean, he would be better than, I don't know about Bobo, but I mean, I think he's better than Bobo, but I know he's better than Tommy Reese.
Well, I'm sure BV said something when there was 2 second 3 and outs. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get him to.
He's got a short fuse, man, for sure.
So I'm sure there was some conflict going on, but I don't think it's
as big a deal as that. Okay,
yeah.
I can see that. That's all cool. That's all good.
All right. Appreciate you.
Thank you a lot for coming in, and thank you for your kind words about the show, man. We love having you, folks. If you haven't hit that like button, please make sure you do. Kim, we'll talk to you here coming up anytime. Spangler. Right. Yep. What's up, guys? Boom. So, Bama is a 3-loss team this year. I'm too shy to call in. Why? Your face ain't gonna be on there, Lori. Pop in. That can very well happen. Okay. Your wife was screwing up. You're out the country. Where you at? Yeah, that's cool. So I thought that's actually a, he was saying he thought that he was more kind of got cranky because of all the booing, maybe. Stoops or BV? Huh, that's a good question. Which Stoops? Because Mike's, man, he used to do some real freak. And as much as you see BV screaming on the sideline, they all loved him, but I'm not positive that they all loved Mike all the time, right? Coach has been, he's sick today, not feeling very good. So he's just chilling. He didn't even make it practice with his other team, but he's happy about his Notre Dame Irish. What do you guys think about them? They look good to me. They look real to me. You want to talk about physical, and they got a quarterback that can get it done too. And they got really good running backs. That's a problem. I think that's a problem. You think Bob? Yeah, Bob. Hey, he's got a temper too. I would say, I think it's pretty similar. They work together at K-State. They're kind of used to it. Notre Dame top 4. I think they're pretty damn close. If they're not, yeah, I think they're right in there. And what we're seeing, we saw out of Clemson today. I don't think they'll be there. Okay, man. Hey, man, thanks for coming in, Coach. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you having me on. Yeah, I'm only gonna do this for a little bit anyways because I gotta because I gotta work tonight too. But yeah, thanks a lot for coming on. I appreciate you. Shawty, you coming in? BV got a penalty for being on the field. Yeah, that's why he's got to get back, guys. They need to do their damn job, right? Yeah, he has. He sure has. Sure has. This is more OU show tonight because this is for the audience and stuff, but I'm going to tell you, and we'll talk plenty of Texas and stuff. I'm going to tell you, I don't know how often, I don't know how much more you need to see out of this guy. What the one thing that I saw that Nebraska had, there was that hit you in the mouth defense, and the Matt Rule does that. And they get some guys like that. They were rattling Shador early on, but then look what he did. He still came back in there and killed it. Hey, what's up, Brian? Hey, you know, I'm telling you, these guys would. It's gonna be a real thing. And he can recruit. He's recruiting already. And there's one of those top 1 or 2 quarterback in the country guys. I don't know if they've already done it. Luther, Oklahoma, south of Guthrie. Okay. Oh, you're out in the country. I thought you said you're out of the country. Stuff adjusted the half. It wasn't Nebraska. No, I'd agree with that. Yes. Yep. I was damn sure that that was what was going to happen in Alabama too. I thought for sure, man, they're in the lead and in the locker room. Texas is screwed. Nebraska had the scheme. I still think, yeah. Well, it's taken Matt a year or more everywhere he's been, and it's going to. Hey, Nebraska's been in bad shape for a while, but what they brought was toughness. The guys that he brought in, and you can make them better faster now because of the portal. But I think he does have does he not have a get back guy? I know he's always got somebody tagging along right there with him. Right? So I don't know. Yeah, he had a get back guy there for sure. They would hold his shirt in his pants even. Like they had something attached to his ass so they could keep his ass on the sideline. Because he loses shit. He does that. And look, I don't mind him doing it. I don't. The thing is I can tell you this. He doesn't, as great as he is at calling defense, he can't call offense. This is where I feel on this. If that is where it is, and there's an issue between them, I'm with Levy on. I want you to let him do his job. We need him. You want him, or who's going to come in instead of him? They're going to go over there and get Chad? Who else? I think that chances are already there anyway. A lot of people. Did he announce or something? Did I just miss that? They need to rebrand a bit. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Gerald, thanks for coming in, my man. Appreciate it. Come on in anytime. Good win tonight for you guys. Yeah, they lost. I didn't see I wasn't watching it at the end. But I mean, Tech was winning the whole game and gagged, right? Let's look at this. Look at the play-by-play here. Interception for a touchdown. Oh no. Bruh. Back-to-back interceptions. Tyler Shuck ought to be gone. And you gagged against your old team, huh? Yikes. That's tough, man. It's tough. That's tough. A pick six followed by another pick when they were driving to go tie it. Wow, that's tough, man. Hey, you know what my thoughts are on this. He's my favorite player in the whole damn country. Love it. And the way he committed was cool, man. He didn't do the hat thing. I mean, and not that I care about how they do it. They can do it whatever they want. I thought that was badass. That video that he made, very cool. Very cool. Texas Tech fought hard. Yeah. Is that enough in Norman there, chicken? Is that enough in Norman? Someone said Latrell would be offense if Levy left. Talking about, maybe. You lose Jack. If he leaves this year, guess who's going with him? Jackson Arnold, everybody's favorite. He gone. Better be ready for Hawkins, and that probably sets you back another year. Sperry will be there the year after that. Is he going to be ready as a freshman? It was cool, right? I thought it was badass. How long till Texas loses to Kansas? Hey, it could be let me see. Let's look. Since they beat Alabama, you gotta expect it, right? Sean, welcome back to the show, Sean. Been a while. Schedule. Tejas. So, that's coming up. 3 weeks. They're home to Kansas, and they did beat up on Kansas last year. And here the other thing is that the K-State thoughts of them losing to K-State, they've beaten them 6 times in a row. Being crappy, they've beaten them 6 times in a row. What are they gonna do when they're good? How do you know this? Arizona State is beating Okie Light. I was just about to bring that up. Yes. It's a damn shame, isn't it? So yeah, 3 weeks until you see 3 weeks until Kansas, though. Yeah. Hank, was it you that was saying that Stanford made SUC look real good? I mean, they suck. They're the worst. They might be the worst team in Power 5. Soon to be, well, they'll still be a Power 4, I guess. 63-7 for who we got? They're shouting. What's up, my dude?
What's going on, boss?
Yo, man. What you doing? What do you think, man? What do you think?
Hold on 1 second.
All right. Oklahoma, I wasn't overly impressed with Texas tonight. Kansas can beat them. Whoa. You weren't impressed with them? Ewers dropped some dimes, man. Ewers was dropping dimes. He had some throws that Oklahoma State should stick with Division I coaches too. They should fire one. Just my thought. That would be my thought. But yeah. SMU quarterback. He was running for his life, but that was the whole thing. Is like, they were saying we're not getting a ton of. I know a lot of people think we're not getting enough sacks or whatever. Again, the defenses is just as vanilla as the offense is too. They're not going to show nothing that you're going to be able to know what's up. Yeah.
Sometimes it's just about getting the quarterback off his spot.
What? I can't hear you, bro. You're not muted. You got a cord problem or something, man? Just joined. What are your thoughts on the offense? Seemed like DG turned right after Levy gave him the green light. Yeah, I would agree with that. Look, as soon as it went to 14-11, right? As soon as it went to 14-11, they scored. I mean, it was 10 plays, but they moved fast. I think that the thing you got to do is, and I know that there's a lot of these mixed feelings about it, and I get it. But if you're in high octane, go fast team, you got to go fast, man. You try to slow down, that's not your rhythm, so you're not going to be as good. And I agree with what you guys are talking about. That bunch, that I like the bunch too, and you got a lot of speed, and you can do some stuff out of that, right? And look, hey, Major looked good tonight. Tawi is a stud, bro. A little bowling ball, bro. You back? You good? Shawty? I can't hear you. I'll take you out for a second. Tawi was really good, man. I hope they kept the offense vanilla intentionally until conference play. Look, and that could be it. Here's the thing: is that my worries about a lot of this stuff is that I feel like we overreact. Yeah, I got you now. I heard you.
You can hear me?
Yep, I got you. You're a little echoey.
That better?
That's better. Much better. Yep. Yeah, I hope they keep it vanilla too. Looking forward to seeing Colorado give it to USC. Me too. Me too. Yeah. Hey, look,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to. I don't know that Colorado's defense is gonna stop them any more than they're gonna stop Colorado. So they may not win, but it could be a fun. It should be a damn fun watch because SC ain't stopping nobody. What did you think? Did you see any of that Oklahoma game tonight?
Yeah.
What did you think?
I think SMU was actually a little bit better than probably most people thought.
I did too.
And again, I don't think that nobody right now, especially, is opening up the entire playbook. It's a process. You kind of want to ramp things up. You want to be peaking at the right time, and right now it's not the time to be showing everything. So most teams are just trying to win, stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? Win convincingly, obviously, which you cover the spread, so that's a convincing win. And move on to next week and ramp up the process. Now, what I will say, the quarterback.
You don't like him?
I don't say I don't like OU quarterback, but he
Which
definitely.
one? Are we talking DG? Dylan? Dylan?
Yeah. It's number 8. Is that Dylan?
Yep.
Yeah, he got to learn how to throw through windows a little better. Because I can see a lot of balls getting knocked down if you don't learn how to throw through.
Either get outside of the pocket or he has to definitely get a window. Yeah, you're right about that.
That's what I'm getting
at.
A
lot of times last year when he had trouble with it, it was after he got hurt, and Levy was not trying to put him in harm's way anymore because we saw what happened when he wasn't in. They didn't have anybody else.
Got to work on some touch too, because a lot of balls he throw can be a lot more catchable if you just take a little zing off of it sometimes. Like everything is a fastball, but that's just me being overcritical and very analytical.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I do think, yes, Notre Dame does play SC every year, and I think Notre Dame gonna beat the brakes off them because they do play defense and they're physical.
They're physical, yeah.
Very physical, right?
They're gonna limit USC's opportunities to score points with the way they play offense.
Yeah. Stephen G, I think you're right here. As far as like who they're gonna play, they may even be a little better than that. Because I think they're probably our 4th. I think it's K-State, probably Kansas, Texas, SMU. Yeah, I can see that. BYU, they could get better because I like their coach, right? He's at the house with my mom there. Rhino, welcome to the show, my man. Thanks for coming in. I have to send you something here later on. I'll send you something about him. He's a crazy ass dog, I'll tell you that. All right, Suck is playing for the Heisman. Well, of course. He's already that's what they do. SUC, baby. SUC. Hey, folks, if you haven't hit that like button, we got 40 people in here right now. Let me get in here and see how many likes we got. 10 short of that. Make sure you hit that like button. If you're in the chat, sometimes you will have to make sure that you click out of the chat for a second, hit that like button, you get right back in it. Okay. Off your phone, it's kind of hard to see it. If you would like to become, hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. If you'd like to become a member of the Hall of Fame Mafia, that is our channel membership. Just go to the web address right above Shawty on the right-hand side of your screen. Join the Hall of Fame Mafia. This is as little as $2.99 a month, which is about half of one of your Starbucks coffees. We do have our official SUC merchandise. In fact, I got something coming in pretty soon that I'm going to be wearing some of that. We've got the Horns Down gear, our HOF logo attire, and actually there's one. I may have to put that back in there. So go in there and check it out. That web address is right there as well. hofmedia.us/pod-merch. If you are a grill master, you like smoking meats, all that kind of stuff, get $100 off of these Louisiana grills. You a grill man?
Oh yeah.
These are pellet smokers. They've got regular grills, but anything in the black label, if you use our link, you get $100 off of it right away. And that's one of their, I think that's like you've got a like super high one, and then you got the black label's the next one down. And I think there's like 4 or 5 different ones, but it's like It's solid stuff. Great, unbelievable stuff, right? And then,
I
of
call
course,
pellet smoking cheating.
you get, is it? Yeah, because you could just like set it on your phone and chill, go
Right.
back to bed.
Mhm.
Hey, man, you know what, though? The older we get, Shawty, the more you need to sleep sometimes, man. I like
get
those
it.
overnight smoking deals, though.
Oh, yeah.
Because you smoking too, just chilling, right? That's what I like about it too.
Let me ask you this, Jason. Do you see BV's imprint on the defense, or are y'all better defensively this year? Or you can't tell yet?
Do I think OU's better on defense? Yeah, I do. I think that they're fast. Somebody was saying that a second ago. Fast. They're getting to the ball. I think that there's yeah, Rhino. I think man, they really need to they're gonna have to kind of pull themselves together a little bit. I think they've got a good team. I can understand losing tonight to Oregon. Last week you don't really have an excuse for. You know. Last week you don't have an excuse for.
You
And
are what your record say you are.
Throwing a pick six and then another pick to end the game, that's not great either, right? I don't know. Yeah, I know that
They say you are what your record say you are.
you are, man. And if you can't go, and I know that, hey, Wyoming's not the easiest place in the world to play. It could be hot, it could be freezing balls. Who knows? You know what I mean? And I don't know what it was like up there, but yeah, they got to be better, man. And I think they're gonna be better. I still think, but you know what? There's always, you got that one team that they're ready to kind of make that jump, right? And it may take just that one more year than you want it to. I think they got to give Joey time. I think that he's definitely the best coach they've had in a long time. He recruits on a different level. They love him in Texas. He was the Texas High School Coaches Association president. That's like being the head coach at Texas, man. That's how much clout that is. It really is.
You can go in some folks' living room and get their kid.
That's right. Because in order for you to, hey, there's the coach. In order for you to even be able to be that guy, I mean, coach, tell me, how big is that, right? How big is the Coaches Association, right? Yeah. Thank you. Horns down, as always. Yeah, Coach I was throwing horns up at me earlier, Coach. Bullshit. Maybe leave your show, man. I was pissed. Just kidding. Yeah, they got more to work on. Hey, yeah, and okay, yeah. So to get back to what you asked me, I think they're better. They're gonna get better though, and you know that. I mean, there's again, you don't want to peak now. You don't want to see the finished product now. But I can tell you this. You might be able to count on one hand the last time they gave up less than like 20 points. Even in these non-con games, it just didn't happen a whole lot, man.
Right.
So when
that's
you
what I'm
start
getting at, like from a schematic standpoint and just people being in the right place. I ain't even really worried about the point.
I'm worried about the linebackers a little bit because of Kanak. I was saying that tonight. He worries me a little bit because he doesn't seem to know what he's doing. And this is his second year. And some of these guys, and this is he's your middle linebacker and don't know what he's doing. I'm concerned.
He's supposed to be calling the defense.
Right. Yeah, and I don't think he knows what's happening. But they've got other guys that they could put in his place, and they were moving him in and out. He also had some stupid penalties that pissed me off a little bit too. If I'm worried about anything, this kid's a great athlete, but you have to figure it out. And that's what I was saying earlier. I kind of felt like it was one of those deals where he seems like one of those guys that he's that guy that, at the gym or out on the playground, he's a baller, right? He'll ball anybody. You get him in the game, a regular game in the gym in front of everybody, he's going to clam up and doesn't know what he's doing. He just, kind of loses it. I don't know. You can fix it, but sometimes it takes a while. It kind of worries me. Hey, just sub from Australia, Ian, my man. That's awesome. Love college football. Have you guys seen Australian rules football? A bit, not a ton though. But hey, I'll go check it out, man. And thank you so much for coming into the show. That's badass. Thank you. Welcome. No, it's what's up, Coach? Shawty smiled. Shots for everybody. Yeah. Hey, listen, if I had alcohol here, I got to work in a little bit. I can't drink. No drinking for me. I got to do some work. So, yeah. see what else. Let me see. Let me ask some of these other questions. If media making a mountain out of molehill for Art Briles being at the game today, probably. I mean, what are they? They ain't hiring him.
Who's gonna hire Art Brown?
And that's Levy's papa-in-law. That's why they're making the thing. I mean, it's his daddy-in-law, man. He's married to his daughter. He's gonna be around sometimes, but I don't know that. I don't think that you can. How many people do you think would be okay with that in freaking Oklahoma? A lot of people haven't been happy about Levy being there because of his quote unquote involvement in the shit. And I don't think that he had a bunch of involvement in the shit, but I think that he gets thrown under that bus with them. To be honest with you, I don't know that we got the whole story about what happened at Baylor anyway.
Oh no, you just got the tip of the iceberg.
Mm-hmm. Briles is a hell of a coach. He sure is.
Mm-hmm.
Sure is. Yeah, we know that. We know that. I tell you, that year, had they have just played a game so that one of them would have gotten into the championship, into the CFP, one of them would have won the shit. They were there because TCU was so good on defense, and RG3 and that Baylor was good on defense too, but they were damn good on offense. They could have won it. I don't know that they definitely would have, but they could have. They had either one of them. And Gary Patterson, I hope he never ends up at Texas.
And Brown is a PR nightmare. Ain't nobody taking that on right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, yeah. Well, look at, I mean, even at the HBCU, they fired his ass. He didn't last at Grambling for 2 weeks. You know, they tried to hire him in with them. Oh yeah, he was good, man. Art, what did you think about it though? I mean, or what are you guys thinking about? You think it's a thing? You think it's not a thing? I mean, I don't know. Hey, man, the media always makes something out of nothing. I mean, that's kind of their job, right? I mean, it's stupid sometimes. That and like getting everybody pissed at each other. They do that a lot. I've seen people say they want Levy fired because Briles was on the field after the game. Yeah, that's stupid. He's his father-in-law. If they fired Jeff Levy, they wouldn't get Briles. They wouldn't get him. He'd tell him to kiss his ass too. He's taking care of his daughter. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And actually, Briles might actually take the shit anyways. He might, because he can't get a job. I don't think.
I would say if whoever hires him, that AD might as well get ready to start packing head bags too.
Yeah. Joe C might have built up enough credit to be able to pull it off. They do love him there, and I think Joe C would probably get away with it, but it's time. Leave no doubt that Sooners are all in. Thank you, Bishop Frank. I agree, and you're right, Tar Heel Sooner. It's just family. It's their family, man. Their family in this football season. They come see their daughter. I mean, his wife was probably standing next to him too, and nobody said shit about that. So, it is what it is. We were just talking about them, Coach. The Irish are a problem if you're USC or Ohio State or Clemson. For sure. The more I watch them play, the more I think that, because I don't think they played a perfect game today, and they still ended up beating the brakes off of NC State at their house. They just freaking manhandled their asses, man. I think they're
Clemson
good.
might lose 2 or 3 games this year.
What's up?
I say Clemson might lose 2 or 3 games this year.
Who's the bitch ass Okie Light trolling? Who? Whoa. Who we talking about? Ask me that one more time. I was just see what Chicken said. What say that again?
Oh no, I was just saying I can see Clemson losing 2 or 3 games this year.
Oh yeah. Hell, man, if they were playing anybody but who they were playing today, they probably would have been down like they were against Duke.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. the folks that I had some dude coming at me on Twitter the last couple of days about that shit. He's a Clemson guy, but he's going at Big Dave. And I was like, hey, man, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, Big Dave's my boy, man. And look,
Clemson don't drop the ball, man. They don't effed up. They let that kid go. They don't show their hand and really drop the ball.
50 more today, bro. He put up 50 more today.
Who they play?
Sisters of the Poor, but it's still,
Okay.
I mean, you know, let me make sure who they played.
It don't matter. He wasn't doing it at Clemson.
Look, exactly. And it was all UC Davis is actually not terrible. They're an FCS program, but they're not terrible. They were 1-0. It was 55-7 though. But doesn't look like he played a ton. It looks like they played that other guy more. He had 107 yards and 2 touchdowns. I could look at the box score. He didn't really do a ton. So 8 for 13. He wasn't in very long, guaranteed. Right. But they don't run they don't throw the ball a ton there anyways. Let's see, he had 4 rushes for 11. He must not have been in very long.
Hey, my dark horse for the Pac-12.
I like them. I think that they're definite contenders for the Pac-12. I think Washington, Oregon showed that. They can't stop anybody still. And I know that Dan's a good coach, but you know, I think they're still an offensive machine.
You know what I saw in that game with Oregon? They have a problem. Well, today they did. They have a problem playing 11-on-11 football.
At Oregon?
I don't know. I don't know what kind of scheme he drawed up, but he didn't account for the quarterback. And this guy wasn't overly athletic. It just anytime he ran the ball, they couldn't stop.
He's a big guy, but he's a big guy, but he's right. I don't think Tyler Shuck's that good, man. I think the better guy's on the bench. They got to get him.
They had problem playing 11-on-11, bro. They couldn't stop him. Whatever they drew up for the quarterback to run, Oregon had no answer for it.
No, and you know what? And we've also, as Oklahoma fans, we've seen that shit. You know, sometimes, and if you don't have the personnel to like spy them out and do it, Adrian Martinez freaking gashed the shit out of OU last year, and they were still had a bunch of Lincoln's dudes. Anybody they still had, it was Lincoln's guys. Is because they didn't get serious about the portal until this season. After he went 6-7, he knows he can't hang around here forever doing that. You know, and so thankfully he backed off of that one because he knew that, hey, you go get your ass in that portal and do it. Not everybody, look, I understand why you know what Dabo's saying about you recruit your problems, because you do. You know that. But you're going to tell me that sometimes it's just not a fit. Sometimes the coach leaves, you know. Sometimes you just, you know, something happens and you just didn't. Yeah, I think you're right, Randy. You're right. You predicted Texas. Corso's not too crazy right now predicting Texas would win. He's still crazy. That dude, he's probably going to die on set. I can't even. Rice just beat Houston 43-41 in overtime.
Hey, man, you know, he's hard to watch, man. They need to go and cut the cord on that.
Well, even like you can tell Herbie's like a mess when he's on. A mess.
He be babysitting the whole time.
A mess. He don't know what the hell to do. Scared to death of what's going to happen. Yeah, he had over 100 rushing yards in the TD. Yeah. Look, and I think that Tyler's an athlete. He's not super fast though, or anything like that. And like, but the dude does it look like to you, Rhino, that he's just kind of like he's like freaking out a little bit? You know, he's trying to be perfect on every throw, because those last two were bad. Corso, yeah, you're talking about Corso, coach. Yeah, I don't want to watch him die on the damn set. I don't want to watch him die during game day. That'd suck, man. That would suck. That would kill that whole show. Be the end of it. And right now, I know Coach I's not too happy about it. I think that McAfee brings something to the table, but I think you got to get rid of. I think you got to get rid of Corso, and yeah. Never lose to food. Yep, you're right.
Pat McAfee bring a whole new element to their situation.
Yeah. Did you see he's having Saban on it? Oh, that I wonder how if that segment just died tonight. Because every Thursday he's supposed to go on McAfee. Every Thursday. And you can tell he wasn't that excited about the shit the first one on this one. Because McAfee was like, yeah, you're probably gonna hate it, but you know, we're gonna have fun with it. And it's like he's not gonna hate it for long because he'll quit. He'll stop that shit right now. Yeah. They are scared. And well, I mean, if he wants to be there, he wants to be there. But I mean, look, for the sake of your ratings, do not let that old man die on air.
Oh, just for the sake of your ratings, it's time for him to go.
Yeah.
He's killing the ratings anyway.
I think that's why people are probably the people who are watching it now are like for the because some people want to watch car wrecks, you know.
Yeah. He's hard to watch, man. I mean, it's
yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess, Saudi. I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
And like say, Point Herb Street, he just be babysitting him. He was just walking him along, holding his hand.
Right? Dude, he don't know what the hell to do. He don't know what the hell to do. It's so crazy, bro. It's so crazy. Okay, so Okie Lights, where they at? Where they at? Oh shit, I'm in the top 25 is why. Let's go Pac-12. Oh, Okie Lights up by 2 points in the third quarter, 17-15. They just scored. Jaden Rashada has 114 and a touchdown. Yeah, he's a freshman, man. Can't expect him to win, but I don't know. And I think that they got a good coach, but I don't know that I don't think they're ready yet. Hit me with the new one. Oh, it's Andrew, I think, is one to come in. He's a little toasty, wasn't he? Is he a little toasty in there? It seemed like to you, bro. Oh, my dude's a trip, bro. I would love to be a fly on the wall in Paul Feinbaum's house tonight. Do tell, why is that? Why? What do you think about that? What's going on in there? Over under on course, so I took 6 months. Did Shawty tell us as a fan how Georgia did? Yeah. He got hit on the arm. Yeah, but then he went and threw another one too. Right after that. I mean, killed the drive. Can't do it, man. Just can't do it. Can't do it. JC, what was your top 25 prediction? What did you predict? Where are you at? Bishop Frank, 10-7 Cal. Your dog's better than Tommy Reese. He probably is. Norman is. Norman can throw it further than Tommy Reese, I bet. But Norman, that dog, he lay right on top. This dude is 100 pounds now already, and he will lay right on your ass. Just come right on you. Crazy. It's in the Discord. Okay, I'll check it out. Okay, so what was the prediction, though? What are we talking about? Let me see what it is. Jumping in the Discord. Oh, it's who you're thinking is going to be in it now? Moved Oklahoma up 2 spots. Shorty, what do you think about Florida State, man, for real? What do y'all think about Florida State? Because, look, I'm still of the – they beat LSU last year and lost to freaking NC State and Wake Forest. Now, Wake Forest did have Sam Hartman, but they still –
I've said it before, man. Listen, Travis has been playing way too long, has too much experience. He continues to put the ball in harm's way. He scares me in big games.
Mm-hmm.
But he got
Jordan
a lot
Travis?
going on. Yeah, Jordan Travis. Travis, he got a lot going on around him. But in big games, he scares me.
Yeah. But he looked pretty good against LSU. I mean, shit, it was Jordan. It was actually the Jaden Daniels that didn't look very good.
But
in the second half.
Travis gave LSU opportunity. That's what I'm saying. He still
Yeah,
put
bro.
the ball in harm's way.
Yeah, but he didn't have a Coleman around before this either, did he?
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
But that's the whole thing with me on Clemson is like, shit, man. They've done something. You couldn't have gotten Coleman instead of FSU when you need somebody. I mean,
Yeah.
but maybe not because that offense is freaking Jimbo-esque, antiquated. Nobody's doing shit.
And LSU come out and do the same thing. You know, you have a special team turnover, muff punt. Like you just, I mean, it just changes the field position. I mean, it's just a morale killer. It's just something about LSU, man. I don't know. Is you know, they have the talent, but you got to get the right person in there, man, because there are discipline issues. Florida State the same way. I mean, they have discipline issues. They have issues with players just as talented as they are. They just play bad football at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and well, everybody thought they were going to have to beat Clemson twice. They probably won't now. I mean, I think Pitt may be moving into that next spot.
Pitt lost today, didn't they?
Did they? No way.
Yeah, they lost. Yeah, Pitt lost today, I think.
To Cincy? No.
Yeah, they lost to Cincy. Yeah, they lost.
Oh shit, man. Chicken.
Yeah, don't
say
that about Pitt.
Game. JJ gonna
I
be
think
up.
Pitt lost.
JJ gonna be all kind of upset. No wonder he didn't go on any shows today.
Yeah, I think they lost, man.
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Just when you thought they was about to take that next step.
I thought they were too. Duke, they the next one? They
I'm
did.
almost
They
sure
lost to
Pitt lost.
Cincinnati, bro. They
Mhm.
lost to freaking Scott Satterfield. So is Cincinnati better than we thought?
Or maybe Pitt just not as good as we thought.
Phil Dracovic had 3 touchdowns, but he only had 179 yards. But they like to run the ball. That's definitely that's kind of how they do it. I don't know. Since he did
Whatever
win,
they did, it wasn't enough.
you think OU would have a shot against Bama this year? If we can, apparently all you got to do is score a few touchdowns.
I don't understand how people are not seeing that. I'm not taking anything away from Texas.
I think
Alabama quarterback playing
Nero's a stud, but he did show. I mean, I didn't see anything that made me think, "Wow," today. Other than, "Wow, what the hell was that?" You know,
he can't beat you.
Yeah, they don't have nothing better than that there. That young kid isn't better than that throwing the ball. I mean, because you can't. He definitely cost them the game, man. He definitely cost them the game. And don't get me wrong, Quinn was good. I mean, he was dropping bombs in there and making good throws. I'm not look, and apparently Sark made a freaking adjustment. I'll be damned. I think that FSU is a matchup nightmare. I'm going to give you that. Here's what I'm going to tell you though, is that they haven't look. They were losing that game at the half. That could have just been Kelly falling asleep at the wheel for all we know. But Coleman is the difference maker. I think that's the matchup from hell right there, buddy. Bama QB equals big trouble. Ty Simpson is the better quarterback. Okay. I haven't seen much of him though, and I mean, obviously, you don't get to get in there and see what they're doing. But if he was doing well, why isn't he in the game?
I don't see Miro's finishing the season as the starter. I don't.
He just only lost for the 3rd time to one of his assistants. That shit, it ain't gonna last very long. You know what I mean? He doesn't like that shit. If Bama had Beck, do they beat Texas? That's a good question. Shawty, what do you think?
If they had Beck, would they beat? Yes.
Yeah. You think they're good enough? You think they're good enough for receiver?
Yes. To win today, yes. Bama is good enough. Their team, they have a very good team. The problem is the
Talent roster's
delivery
one or
system.
two. It's either one or two. And they had the
Huh?
number one class this year. They put 9 5-stars in this year. 9.
Listen, it's the
Same.
same. Like you can't have it both ways. It's just like when you have a great quarterback like Bryce Young, he hid a lot of mistakes that they had. And now you're seeing with the mistakes that they still have, and this kid just can't cover them up. He's exacerbating it, actually. That's what you're seeing.
It seems like his arm is just like too big, that he's not very flexible. It's just like real stiff on his throw. I wasn't impressed with his motion.
I told you last night.
Let's
You see this glass in my hand? If I'm
Yeah, you
standing
did.
in the stands,
Oh, did.
he'll mess
You
around and
did.
knock that glass out my hand.
I agree.
And I'm in the stands.
Lori, Joe C. can't expect Bryles not to be there. Did he say he didn't want him there? I don't think this is a thing, man. I don't think this is a thing. I think he's going to be around sometimes.
Yeah, I'm trying to make something out of it.
I think people worry about a lot of shit, for sure. Yeah.
Man, just count the W's and the L's, man. That's all I got to do. Trust me, winning cures
Hey, look,
everything.
Here's what I would tell you, though. If you want, I mean, if Art's around and doing it for free and just like helping Lebby out a little bit here and there and critiquing, I'm going to probably tell you that BV's probably all right with that, and Joe C too.
Basically consulting.
Yeah, look, that's what these, hell, they got him everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Milroy and Nisa. Hell, I think he's a freaking linebacker, Randy. That's what he looks like to me. Tight end.
And speaking of linebacker, for that LSU game, why do you have your best player spying and dropping in the flat? I never understood that.
The one dude that can get to the quarterback
Right.
probably better than anybody in the country, and he didn't freaking rush the guy all night long. Beats me. And that's why you don't know how good Jordan Travis is, because he didn't have to go up against that cat. Right? And that dude was like, he was getting it as a freshman, a real true freshman. He was already the best player on the field every week.
Now they got him overthinking because they don't stood him up and they changed his position. As a freshman, they just had him rushing the quarterback. That's what you still need to do.
He released a statement about Bryles being on the field, and he was not happy.
Well, folks gonna see him. You got him out there. They gonna see him. You don't expect nobody not to say nothing.
So why would Joe? I mean, that's not really. It's not even really Levy's decision to allow that to happen. That'd be a BV. That'd be a BV decision, or he'd have to be okay with it. Because I don't see that Levy would just like, hey, come on out. I'm not going to tell coach about it. That would get you in trouble. That would cause a problem. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's why BV was all pissy at halftime. I don't know what it is, guys. I hadn't heard none of this shit. And I don't really care. I think it's a nothing thing. But if Joe C's mad about it, I could see why he would be. Now, I'll tell you this. They were pissed at Lebby, and he played at Oklahoma when he was coaching, because he ended up on the sideline at the Tulsa game, and that was against the rules. And they called it in to the NCAA and to the conference and all that shit. And Bryles had to straighten that out. I remember when that happened. They were mad at him. That was Coach Stoops was real pissed. I mean, he coached him, and he was pissed. What's the what? Huh? It's not the Grinch philosophy is what? What is it that that asking for forgiveness is better than asking for permission, or what?
Sometimes.
It definitely is. Sometimes. Depends on what we're talking about. But in this case, I don't know that would be what it is. Yeah. Yeah. You were asking about why that, and Coach says Brian Kelly's a genius, and can we introduce you to Brian Kelly? Hank says. So they're basically saying he's a dumbass. I think that's what we were saying. Yeah, I think that's what we were saying. Talking about GP,
and I ain't sure if he the right fit or not. To be honest, I'm still debating on that. I always say he wasn't the right fit, and that's kind of what I'm still leaning toward.
I think that I can see why people, because not recruiting because he's, I mean, and coach will tell you he just don't like it. But you don't have to recruit it at LSU, and they're already going to have better players. And he's had some success, not really recruiting that great, right? Imagine
You got to
what
get the kids to buy in. That's what I mean by the fit.
But I
I
think
just
that
don't know
that's
if
the
kids
issue.
gonna
I
buy
don't
in.
think. Yeah, and I don't know. I think that the one thing that you're starting to see is he's real fake around them, and kids know that shit. Kids will pick out bullshit in a heartbeat, man.
Mhm.
Every time.
Yep.
They're gonna
That's
they're
what
gonna
I'm getting
call
at.
you on it. Yep.
Mhm.
It is gonna be interesting this year, Adam. Very much. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. Hoping about will be there. Am I talking about GP or Bryles? GP as in somebody's pissed. Apparently old Joe C's pissed off about it. Didn't want him there. But I mean, somebody would have had to say it was okay for him to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Do they unravel at Texas A&M today after the loss? Haven't they already unraveled their coach? Or are we just talking about in the case of the offense stuff? I mean, is he going to take the playbook away from Bobby? I mean, they still put up a lot of points. They were on the road.
I'm telling you, they big up front too, man. They didn't dominate like I expected them to do. But Texas A&M, man, they got some big boys up
They're
front.
big.
Whew.
Hey, they have the literally in 21. It was the #1 recruiting class of all time, based on having 5 5-star defensive tackles. And then they added a guy that I can't say, or else it's going to go PTSD in here for everybody, because he should have went to OU. No, it's David Hicks that freaked everybody right out. But they added him too. But apparently, he didn't make their top 3 in the depth chart this year, and he was the #1 guy last year. And apparently, he's pissed off. But I mean, they already bought and paid for him though. They gave his dad that damn job at Plano, that Paytow. Not Plano, it's Katie Paytow down in Houston. You know, it's he's bought and paid for. Part that's on his ass, but Kelly's isn't doing the coaching part. Yeah, I agree. I think that's the case.
You don't want Jimbo calling plays, trust me. You do not want Jimbo.
You sure don't, but you know damn good and well that they lose another game. You think he's going to let him keep calling plays? You think that Petrino's going to even tell him to get the fuck out? I'm sure.
But was offense the problem?
Well, apparently they gave up 48, so it wasn't the whole problem.
That's what I'm saying. You got to stop somebody.
Mm-hmm. Well, I could see.
And I'll be honest with you, Miami quarterback, he ain't no world beater.
They made him look like one today. Is it Tyson or what's his? It's a Tice or Jordan Tice or something like that. What's his name?
That's one of the notes that I took down today for the Texas A&M and Miami game.
He had 374 and 5 TDs on him.
He finished up strong, but he started out very slow. Because I put it in my notes when I first started watching that game. Miami needs better quarterback play. That literally one of the notes I took.
Yeah. Oh, and they did a 98-yard kickoff return was another thing, I guess. Mm-hmm. They beat the shit out of them for sure.
All 3 plays.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey man, it's been coming apart there. I'm telling you, I think that it's over at Clemson like that if he doesn't change his attitude about the portal and the NIL and letting his coaches do their thing. I think that's over there too. I think that they're finished.
He ain't gonna change his mind. I think I said this. I see Jimbo. It's a fundamental issue with Jimbo. He's not gonna change. Right. He don't care. He don't like the way college football going.
Here's the thing with Jimbo too. Dabo? You mean Dabo?
I mean, I'm sorry, Dabo.
Yeah, because he's completely against it all, and he's loud about it every day. Right? He bitches and bitches and bitches and bitches and bitches every time that he hits that podium. He's bitching. hates it.
I
Right?
can see him being fired from Clemson in 2 years and not even coaching anymore just because he don't like the way college football is.
I agree. I wouldn't be surprised in it. And I mean, well, but he's being that stubborn dude too. And that's what is so similar with him is because, and the one thing about, I don't know what Dabo's contract is right now. I think it's still pretty good. They owe freaking Jimbo after this season, they owe him 80.
Yeah, you can't afford to fire him. That's the only reason he's still here.
So
You
that's
just
the
can't
whole
afford to
thing with
fire
him
him.
is what incentive does that give you if you're Jimbo to fucking give up your play sheet when they owe you 80 million? Fire me. I don't give a fuck.
Go down swinging the way you
No,
want to swing, huh?
fire me, man. Yeah.
Right. I'm saying, and if I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go down calling play like I want to.
Mhm.
But I just think it looked so bad on him. He just had to make some changes. It just looked so bad.
Look, I mean, what they were losing the yardage battle or losing the game, and they had, I think the other team had like 0 yards at that time, net yards. It was crazy shit. I mean, they ended up winning, blowing them out, but they better have. But in the end, look, you can't afford to get look. It's like we were talking about with SC. Look, you go up against the 4 initial teams of, San Jose State and whatever, and you giving up 28 to them and 200 plus yards on the ground. That's like giving up 400 to Georgia.
Right.
Crazy. Yeah. That's true too. His dad did get paid. And so, and I mean, DJ did too. That's the other thing. How much are they actually paying him though? I mean, I know that I can tell you that old boy from Pitt, the receiver that ended up at SC, he didn't play in the Cotton Bowl because he got offered $2 million. He got $250. They never paid him. Jordan Addison. That's the word out there. And that was coming from JJ was actually talking about that one day, and which it came from Pitt and all that. But and hey, Narduzzi went off over that. He was pissed. I mean, because they flat out calling people, man, and a lot of them are.
Hey, how the kid at Arizona State playing, the one that is it Rashada? Was it Rashada? The kid that supposed to went to UF over the 13 million. I heard he barely got anything to go to Arizona State.
Nobody else was going to pay him that. Well, Miami had talked about it, and then but that was a messed up move on Florida, though.
Now the Miami deal was in stone. He was going to get $8 million from Alabama, not Alabama, I mean Miami.
Miami. Yeah.
And he tried to leverage with Florida, talking about he was going to get 13 million, which was false.
But it was false. They didn't have it. Number one, right. Apparently they didn't have the money, even though they told him that. How much is Caleb Williams making? $10 million a year, apparently.
No, they had him at $3 million this year. I just saw that the other day.
I'd heard $10 million early.
They had him at $3 million this year.
It could just be because of what they're. And that's coming from the school, or that's just in everything that he does?
Now, don't let me lie to you.
He's got that deal with Beats. He's got all that. I mean, dude,
I thought they had his evaluation at $3 million this year.
Where the hell does that come from, though? The On Three or whatever? What the hell do we even know about that? That's the whole weird thing with me. That there's so much shady shit going on in college football.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's so shady.
Listen, it's got to be good when your father can come out and say something like, we possibly may not go in the draft if we don't like the team we going to. So money clearly not an issue.
Mm-hmm. It's not an issue, but I think that at some point rich people get sick of not getting a return on their money. That's how they got rich. They get returns on their money, on their investments. Mm-hmm. Is it a good investment for you to go pay a high school kid that you don't know what he's going to do?
Right.
What's your return on it? I mean, you know, if it's
But
so,
that's
if
why
it's
it's called
working,
investment. All investment are not good.
that's true. But you're not a billionaire or one of those guys that can afford to like cough up that kind of cash if you make bad investments.
Well, I can't speak for other schools, but that's like I was saying, NIL deals, a lot of people don't understand. I can only speak for us. I don't know how. You may get an evaluation, but through our collectives, NIL deals are month to month. I mean, it can stop. It's 30 days, you know what I'm saying, renewable.
Some of them are,
So,
yeah. I
well,
don't know.
most of through our collective, now, if you got an NIL through somewhere else and not through our collective, you may have some different things going on. But through the collective, those deals are month to month.
Yeah, and most of these, well, I shouldn't say most of them. Some of the collectives are for the team, right? It's for the whole team.
Right.
You want to make sure everybody's getting something. Because if you're not a starter, you ain't making shit. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna make much. There's guys that just don't make that much money. But if you've learned it, like Woody Washington learned how to use the before they really had much of a collective. They did have a collective, but they weren't killing it at Oklahoma. And Woody, he's one of the older kids on the team, and he was helping all them young kids. And he wouldn't even take an NIL deal if you couldn't get it for everybody, right?
That's what Brock Bowles did. He don't even get money through the collector. He gave it to, like walk-ons and other players, and he just, you don't need it like that. Got
Some of
other
those
money
guys
coming.
don't need it, right? Yeah, some
Right.
of them don't. Yeah, I mean, Carson Beck need the money? Probably not. I don't know. Apparently, though, Johnny Manziel wasn't as rich as everybody thought his ass was. According to that freaking, I still got to watch the whole thing, but
He was getting to the money though.
He was, but he was moving shit around. His grandpa has some money, but it wasn't like generational wealth money like they were acting like. He was able to like launder through some money that because he was signing the shit out of footballs apparently, and like doing all the stuff you weren't supposed to do. But they said whenever he was supposedly out partying and doing all that stuff on those weekends, that a lot of times he was just going to sitting in a hotel room signing a shit ton of footballs. And then he would run it through his grandpa's stuff so that it would launder it. You know what I mean?
Well, his best friend had set up some kind of like, I don't know if it was, but his best friend was helping him laundering it too. I don't know if he was like the fall guy or whatever, but it was all to fall back on him if something went down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there were a lot of people standing there. Hell, there was a lot of people from A&M standing in the way of that shit. Believe that. And he got away with whatever the shit he wanted after he won that Heisman. He didn't do nothing. He didn't care what was going on after that.
Yeah, he checked out after that.
He showed it. Hey, they booted his ass out of the Manning camp after that shit.
Man, checked out, man.
Bro,
and everywhere he was going, he was getting everything free pretty much. They were supplying with all the liquor and drugs he could use.
Yeah. He was doing well. But it wasn't everything that they were saying. Hartman for Heisman, huh? Here we go. They're able to legally pay players. Oh, well, and we know that the Texas ain't got a problem with it. Charlie, are you in here to gloat too? This is my boy from high school. I know what he's in there for. Talking some smack tonight. Good for your guys. Don't go lose to Kansas now and screw it all up. All right,
now,
boys.
Kansas, you got their quarterback today now, so they trying to get back in the form.
I like Jalen, man. I think he's electric, bro. That guy he puts himself in harm's way sometimes, though. And you're not gonna win.
He can cause problems for you, though, as a defensive coordinator. He can definitely cause problems for you.
Oh, bro. Look what he did. I mean, shit, they won one game the year before that, and he won 6 or first 5 or whatever, and then he got hurt. TCU hurt him since he won 27-21. Yep. Hey, some wild upsets again today. We'll get back into all of this stuff here in the next couple of days. I'm definitely I gotta go and get on this job, and but I appreciate everybody coming. Not gonna brag, just here to listen to your show. Thank you, Charlie. I know you're full of shit, but it is cool. No, you're welcome to brag. I get it, man. It's not every day you go into Alabama and beat them. So good for them.
Win.
I'm not sure that I trust them to do it up forever, But yeah, we're gonna be actually that Cincinnati game looks like it actually may be a game now for OU. So yeah, I'm looking for a ticket on that one. Maybe out there in Ohio for that first one, man. We got some people we may need to meet.
Man, y'all gonna beat the shit out of Cincinnati. Stop.
Yeah, but it ain't just because of that. I got some
Okay.
stuff I gotta. There's a possible business still that I'm working at, so we're working at it, man. We gotta make some money.
No, they're right.
We gotta make some money, man. Because I'm tired of doing this damn overnight job. It's tiring. It's killing me. And then I try to, it just wears me out. And I sleep all day. I hate that shit. Hard.
Mess your body clock up.
You got to do what you got to do. You make sacrifices because of what you let. And I love this stuff, Coach. Hey, Shawty, I love hanging out with you guys. I love Coach I and all them dudes. But I mean, I was on High Top Show this morning. They did a game day like deal on there. You got to go check that out on High Top Sports. We had a blast. It was freaking awesome. They did a great job.
It's called High Top Sports.
Yeah, High Top Sports. But he's got a freaking High Top's got a freaking what did I say earlier? He's got a crush on Ty because he let him win the game. He did like an around the horn deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just actually, you know what? I can send you the link on your phone. I got your phone.
Okay, yeah. Because I ain't got no
I'll just send you the link to it.
You gotta check us out if you can next Friday, man. We're gonna be live on location at Creaser Conference. The little Biff, they want us to shoot a show there live.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. So that's with on Coach I show or your show?
Yeah. Respect the Hedges. Yeah, Respect the Hedges.
I like you guys on Respect the Hedges. You guys are funny, man. Y'all have a good time on that. Y'all talk some shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's just like the locker room, man. We've been knowing each other since college, so
Yeah. So yeah, I was gonna ask you, what years did you play at UGA?
96 to 2000.
Okay,
so Jim Downing years.
Okay, yeah, because I was I graduated in 95, so we're the same age.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man. Very cool. That's awesome, man. I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited.
Yeah, well, we are too, man. It's a great opportunity, man.
Definitely. Hey, you know what? And this is what Coach was talking about the other night too. And Coach, I mean, this is a great community that we're building here, and the guys that we work with from show to show. I mean, we're doing it's. I think that this is gonna, you get impatient about it sometimes, and you want it to move faster because you got it. I mean, we all gonna eat, but but I tell you, I think it's moved a lot faster than most people do, and so I'm excited about it. And sometimes I just gotta remember that hey man, you're moving faster than most people are. Relax,
right?
It'll all come to you. Sometimes you know how it is, man. You want it in your time. We might be. We might be. Canton. You live in Hall of Fame town. That's wild. We are young bucks, man.
I gotta catch JJ show, man, but I don't know if I'm ready to catch him here later. He probably up on the rock right now.
Is he up there? Is he on?
No, I gotta catch his show, but I ain't had time. But I gotta come up from up under that rock.
Show, yeah,
I heard.
He's upset, man. JJ's again. All these dudes that we work with, Shawty, are all badasses. It seems like, man. Mm-hmm. All of them, except for maybe Stat Guy. No, I'm just kidding. I love Stat Guy, man. He's my boy, but I did work him that night.
Man, Stat Guy be coming out with some, he be on one end of the spectrum sometimes. He just be too funny.
Hey, you know what though? He'll go to the end of the earth for what he's arguing.
Yeah. I'm saying he be setting himself up, man.
He sure does sometimes. He straight just made me have to kill him on that one that night when he started acting like South Carolina was in the same stratosphere as Oklahoma. Bro,
took my boy soul that night, man. That's the night his phone or something went out or something. I said, y'all got my boy flustered. Yeah, my boy flustered that night, man.
He was ready to scream. And then who was it that was on there with you guys? The guy, what was his name? Kobe or Corey or Kobe, huh? That other dude.
We got a Corey.
Was it Corey? No, it was on with me. The guy that was the Oregon fan or whatever. He was like, man, he goes,
Yeah. I
like,
can't think of it.
defend yourself.
Yeah. Kobe, I think it was Kobe. Yeah, I think it was Kobe.
He's cool, man. And Blue's cool as hell too, man. He was on there the other day. I've actually watched his show a bunch. I'd seen him before I was on there with you guys. He's cool, man. That dude's cool. The guy from the Blue Bloods.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to check it out, man.
Bro, his calling shows are a freaking trip, man. Those HBCU folks be talking some shit to him. And about everybody else too, man. They just wear it out and they call and call and call and call. At some point, you guys are gonna have to start calling in more too, man. We got to do some calling shows now. I like these calling shows. We need to do. I like to see it get probably not like Uncle Lou, but not too far off that. It's funny. You know what I mean? It's funny. Yeah, Uncle Lou's shit is funny. I think he's crazier than hell, but his show's hilarious. Do you watch him ever?
Me no.
No, you don't watch Uncle Lou? He's a Georgia guy. So I was wondering. I figured y'all did. Well,
Man,
cool.
So much content out there, you know.
There is, man. There is. But and not all of it is good. Some of it is really good though. You know, like Unfair Sports, those guys are in with the Bleacher Report. We were talking about that yesterday, and Ty. They're good, man. They're getting it done. So, folks, we appreciate everybody coming in here. If you have not already hit the like button, please do that. But again, I got to get over here and get on this job. So I appreciate everybody coming in. Shotty, tell everybody how to find you real quick, and we'll catch you guys this week. You're on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, Wednesday nights, YouTube, 9:30. Just my damn opinion. They like assholes. Everybody got one, and I got one too.
That's right. Hey, I was watching y'all's show from the other night. It was good, man. And you had you were calling him cousin. He was your cousin that was on there with y'all.
They're my real cousin, y'all.
Yeah. And then Coach I popped into. Y'all were talking some funny shit, man. You guys are making me laugh. Good stuff, man. I want to come on your show one of these times, man. Let me know. I'd love to come on.
Yeah, man. I have to shoot you some topics or tell me some topics, man. Because literally, I be so busy, man. I come up with topics like 2 hours before the show.
Sometimes you know what? With college football, sometimes it's just how it rolls, anyways. But like
that's my show. You know, I talk about everything. You know what I mean?
And I don't mind that either, man. I think sometimes they're fun. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot of shit going on in the world. You can have an opinion about whatever you want. I like it. Let me know.
I love the topic about the, I don't know if you had heard about the coach that punched the kid on the sideline.
Yeah, I would have talked to you about that, for sure.
Man, I could have had a whole show about that alone.
Yeah. If you guys just put in Shotty Parker, you'll find him quicker. I think it is just my damn opinion, but it doesn't necessarily always come up like that. But look him up under Shotty Parker, and then you'll find it. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for coming in. We will see you for sure on Tuesday. Hey, man. Yeah, and I'll see you for sure on Wednesday for sure. But hey, if you guys want to, Respect the Hedges is on Tuesday. You guys make sure y'all get over there. If you're not already a member of that channel, y'all should be. That's a hell of a show. I love Respect the Hedges. All them guys that have played together and stuff. I mean, they have fun. It's a good show. A lot of good shows. And yeah, but I will place a link to his channel. I'll find it. Yeah, I'll throw that in there. And but we will see you guys on the next one.
Peace. Go Dogs.
Horns down.